Well, it looks like I am now hanging out live on my YouTube channel, which is pretty neat. I just tried to do a different live share, but it didn't have a screen share like I have here. So it looks like I can actually go through and share my screen, and you can see I took a couple screenshots because I think this is really cool. Instead of doing custom, I had to change it to quick, which means I'm now screen sharing, and I can do things like show articulate storyline. This is a program that I use. I'm developing a course on this called Fun with Storyline. And so what I was thinking of doing is, as I'm working on sample files, as I'm explaining the exercises, that I can sort of share some of that and get a chance to meet some of the people that'll take my class. So right now, this is what I'm calling the sound of one hand clapping, because I can't do it all by myself. Eventually, I look forward to having an audience, people that I can talk and share and learn from and learn together with. But one of the things that I want to do is just go in and take a look at some of the modules that I actually build for clients. This is how I make my living, making modules like this. We have a story here that I'm doing for a dentist about how we document our patients, and we're meeting some different characters. We're meeting Mr. Bryant, he had a complaint. So just going through and sort of showing how we build some of these things, and sharing some sample files with you as well. So I'm big on using stories in e-learning. I think that it's easier for the brain to process how we learn. So part of what I'm trying to do with this class is put the story in storyline. Like, how can you not just use storyline to make a bunch of PowerPoints, bulleted lists, and we spend all the time development-wise discussing what bullets should, what text to use for every bullet. That's appropriate in places, but I think that the brain is used to processing stories, and it is just easier and more effective to learn from. It's also more fun to make and build. So we have some things like this was one that I just put in. I have not showed this to my client yet. Actually, I should show this one. Yeah, so articulate storyline is a really cool program. There's a lot that you can do from it. They have these really great templates that are in here so that you can actually go in. Now I have something called Articulate 360, and I like to spin around while I say that because there's another version of storyline that doesn't do the same things. It's doesn't have some of the content libraries and the different things that I'm showing you here, but they have all these really great slide layouts. So we could go through and we could pick from any of these. Let me zoom in a little more so you can see better. So there we go. Isn't that great? I'll save this project as a test. I wanted to show you some of the things that are included in the Articulate 360 subscription. This is the kind of thing that, yeah, we won't do that. So this week I am focusing more on a new coaching program that I've been working on. I will show you a few of the resources that I've put together here. I've been working on my course, my company website. So I'm attempting a show like this, even though it's a little ridiculous and it seems selfish to just get on and say, well, it's just kind of a think aloud of like what I'm doing, what I'm working on at work, cool tools that I use. This is one called Leadpages that's designed to help, share and distribute materials, but then also build an email list. So I'm looking for people who are interested in these kinds of things. This is the site that I've been working on. My company's called eLearning Blends. We do coaching, we do custom development, and we are blended learning specialists. So yesterday I just put together this new coaching graphic. I had a different one that was just a man standing with a light bulb up. And I may have liked that one better, but this is a placeholder for a video. So I've written a script for a new YouTube video that I can't wait to share. It talks about why I jokingly call myself the head blender. because even though, wow, don't want to ruin the surprise. Then yeah, so here's the coaching. Trying to make it really simple. Got this integrated with an appointment system. I think it's really neat. It is called Bookify. I want to do this show to sort of share some of the resources and things that I have. So yeah, I have a weekly, well, hopefully weekly newsletter called E-Learning Recipes, which are something that I'm doing. I'm at the point in my career now. I've done this for 15 years. I love what I do. I really enjoy making e-learning. I feel like sharing. I feel like the joy that I have for the work that I do, the dumb puns and the silly metaphors, the different ways that I try and come up with to make things memorable, pleases me, makes me happy. So yeah, so I'm working on that. I'm working on some other things here with Leadpages. What I like about Leadpages are, it's just very easy to work with. You can go in and you have different widgets that you can bring around here. So if I wanted to add a second button, I can just drag it and put it in any of these. So I'm going through and making these different ones. And I look forward to sharing that. So what I'm trying to do with this Google Hangout is to just sort of say, hey, here's what I'm working on. This is what I'm trying to make. And then later saying, here's how it turned out. Here's what I learned along the way. So today I have that web page that I just showed you. That's what I worked on yesterday. I took an older version that you can see. So it's really just my company website is not that. It is that. Oh, e-learning blends. Right now I have some videos up there. This was one of the first videos that I made with my current office. At the time, I just wanted to get something up. As I watch it now, it just seems dull and dry and unmemorable. Here's some of the different things I'm trying to share and to give away. So I have this newsletter. I'm on Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn. And I do a show each month called Fresh Finds. We're picking up again next year. But then e-learning recipes, some of the clients that I've worked with, some testimonials. So I've been going through, I want to have a whole page full of different featured projects. New system rollouts are real good. Yeah. So this is a little behind the scenes look at what I have now changed it into. It's so difficult to use less words. So that's really been my goal, is just a couple sentences, a little bit of text with links for people to go and get the idea of it. So I recently was working a different contract, and I've just finished that one, and I'm now excited to set this up for new projects that I'm working on. I'm working on 3 tutorials right now, hopefully more in the future. But so I have this little book appointment set up here. This is a neat system called Bookify. So I have this set up for my company. People can go in and we can say, okay, we just want a free consultation. And So people can go in. My calendar is closed for today, but if you wanted to book me for tomorrow, you can go in and say, okay, let's meet at 11 o'clock. Put in your name, your email, confirm your appointment. So it's really nice that you can come in at any time and see when I'm available and when I'm free to work. Work smart, not hard. That's one of the things that I'm always trying to do, trying to work with in my personal life and my professional life. So what would be a good name for this show? So my name's Carl. I've been thinking about other names that I could do for this. Catching up with Carl, keeping up with Carl, cutting up with Carl. I do a little bit of a e-learning chef. I have a site called Blended Learning Recipes, which are fun sort of food-based metaphors to get you to think creatively and give you different ideas for technologies that you can combine and interactions that you can build as an e-learning designer. So I was thinking of going something like that, cutting up with Carl. Cutting up sounds like you're laughing. I don't know if it sounds like I don't know. I don't do cocaine. I don't know if that sounds vaguely like something that I shouldn't be saying, cutting up with Carl. I really mean like laughing or like chopping ingredients to getting ready. Prepping, I don't know. It's still a work in progress. But so I'm looking at doing these sort of daily hangouts, hanging with Carl. Hang out with Carl. That's very boring, but it's direct and accurate. So it looks like I have a pretty good tool here. I have even something called a cameraman. Oh, okay. Well, this is pretty neat. Then I've got a control room, so I can kick people out. Nice. Oh, okay. So it says that if I'm on here and I'm sharing that now I've got, ooh, this is really slick. So I can go back and screen share again. Oops, did the wrong one. Stop. Screen share. Yeah, so it's a bad freeze frame of me. But really what I'm talking about is over here. So we have this little control room panel. It's pretty neat. We can go ahead and hit that. And then you see that if I had multiple people up here, I could mute you or shut your mic off or do anything like that. Go Google. So there's also a cameraman feature. It looks like there's different apps that we can put in there. Hangout tool. Featured recent developers. So this looks pretty new. Yeah. Cancel. Then a chat window. That's pretty neat. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what this looks like. This has been the sound of one hand clapping. I'm going to try and come back again tomorrow at 9:30. So my goal is to spend a half an hour of my day every day just kind of reaching out, talking to people. If no one shows up, it will be a live recording of me mumbling to myself and showing. Yeah, so this is a fun, curious sort of exploration that I'm going to try and do for the next few weeks and then reevaluate after that. So signing off, the sound of one hand clapping. I'm Carl Richter, and go YouTube.